after it saves.
Okay, we'll do it after.
Yeah, it'll be posted. It'll also be on our YouTube channel within 2 days.
Okay.
So you can share the link there.
Swear this. I have the communal mic.
Oh, we're live?
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll wait just 2 minutes to do our full intro to see how many more people come. And then we'll get going. But actually, if you're here now, we can just talk to you a little bit. We have our... you guys don't mind sharing your ages, do you?
No.
Okay. Is everyone over 60 or no?
I am. I'm 58.
58. Okay, cool.
Oh, yes, right.
So we are doing this live because we get a lot of questions from riders 55 to 70 asking how the bike would fit them and for their body, safety, questions of that nature. Also a lot about riding an e-bike for the first time. So instead of me talking about it or Pete or Alana talking about it, we wanted to bring out riders who are actually in the 55 to 70 age range and get their experience live firsthand. And here they are, all of them. And we have 2 riders today that you're going to actually experience their first e-bike ride ever live on camera. So that will be exciting. We have 4 other ridden at once, you said, right? And then Jack has his own. He is the absolute experienced rider. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Witnessing the first-hand experience of a first e-bike ride is always a exhilarating feeling, not only for the viewer, obviously for the rider, but for the viewer too. So what we got, Nate?
13.
13, okay. Well, maybe we should just get going, and as we set up, more people will join. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, cool. So, Elizabeth, never ridden an e-bike, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Why don't you just for the
Okay, you want to know my age, right?
Sure.
73, I'll be 74 in April. So I'm
Wow,
excited
cool.
about this, yeah.
And last time you rode a bike?
Yesterday when I was testing my bike to make sure that I still had my bike legs.
Okay, so and you can do it, obviously?
Yes, I didn't fall down.
Okay, so
Never
just,
forget, that's true.
okay. Before that, when was the last time you got on?
2 years ago.
2 years. Okay, cool. So it hasn't been like, sometimes people say like 20 years, 25 years.
No,
Okay.
it's probably 2 or 3 years.
Okay, cool. And I'm just curious, how did it feel? Easy, good, fun?
Hills, not so much, but riding a bike, fine.
Cool. And where'd you say you're from? I forget.
I'm from San Marcos, which is borders Carlsbad,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
California. Yeah.
I actually have family in San Marcos.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Really? What
Vineyard.
part?
I don't know where they live now, actually. They just moved. But great community to raise families out
Yeah,
there. I know that.
That's great.
Okay, cool. So let's turn around. So here's pretty much our full lineup of e-bikes.
Okay.
The bike, your standard bike that you have at home.
Okay.
So we can show the. Yeah, I'm gonna lean it this way.
Okay.
So this is our Every Journey internal e-bike, which means the battery's actually inside the frame.
Oh.
So
okay.
for anyone just joining, we have, if you don't know our Every Journey bike, this is actually our best-selling frame for one major reason. It has something called forward pedaling. So if you can see here, the pedals are actually shifted forward. Normally the pedals go directly below the seat.
Oh.
What this allows for is it allows you to be lower to the ground, but to still get ample leg extension when you ride.
Okay.
So it's, in theory, more safe because when you stop, you can plant your feet easier. But when you're riding, you still get leg extension without having to raise the seat because the pedals are forward. So actually a great option for riders over 55 because it keeps you lower to the ground. And just in case you lose your balance, you can easily plant your feet. So this is actually, in the standard bike and the e-bike, our most popular model. We have 2 versions. There's the other one there, which you can see has the battery on the rear. The difference is if you really want a clean, simple design, something that you can't even tell is an electric bike other than the display, you've also got the battery in the middle of the frame, so sometimes it's nice to have the weight in the middle. The difference is smaller batteries, so smaller motor. So this is 250 watt, that's 500 watt. Depends on the type of terrain you're going to do, the weight of the rider. This is still going to have a top speed of 20 miles an hour, which once we get you on here, you'll feel, I think is still going to feel decently fast to you. But go ahead and just, here, let me just make sure the seat's straight actually before you get on. Okay. And how tall are you?
5'6".
Okay, so let me just raise this a little bit. Okay, go ahead and try that.
Okay. Now can I? So how do I?
How does that feel? Oh,
Feels-
tools.
You want to angle the seat?
Or can we just get the tools to adjust handlebars and seat? How does that feel? Does this feel kind of low to you? Looks a
No.
little bit low, maybe.
I don't think so.
No? Feels okay?
She says she likes to be able to put her feet.
I would say it's based on your leg length, we probably would want to
To
raise the
raise it
seat
up
a
a
little
little
bit,
bit?
but if you're comfortable with it, then it's up to you. But I
guess-
think when you start pedaling, you're going to feel that right. Go ahead and put your right foot on the pedal. See, that's a little bit coming up a little high, so
Yeah.
you'd want to be a little higher.
So you want to raise the seat
Yeah,
for me?
let's raise it just a little.
Okay, let me get off. Here we go.
Okay, perfect. Getting a router or something out here. We're back?
Okay, so the question that I asked you is, can you ride this bike without having the electric on it?
Yeah. So sorry, we just froze. We're back. We're back, right, Nate? Yeah. Okay. If you're just joining us, we're here with Elizabeth. She's 73, turning 74. She's 5'6", never ridden an e-bike. So it's her first time. We're getting her all fitted and sized. And she just asked, can you ride an e-bike without the motor? And the answer is absolutely yes.
Okay.
So that's the benefit of an e-bike. You have three options. You can either use the throttle. So you're going to see here, this is actually a throttle. And you can engage that and not pedal at all. Or you have pedal assist, meaning you pedal and you let the motor assist you. Or you turn it all off and you just ride this like a normal bike.
So throttle is the same thing as accelerator?
Correct. It's a gas pedal.
Oh, okay.
It's a thumb throttle. Yep.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What about gears?
So that there are gears on all of our e-bikes also, but the gears are not tied into the motor or the electrical.
Okay.
Those are actually gears for the bicycle. So if you're going to ride it like a standard bike or do the pedal assist, you have the same kind of gears you'd have on a bike. This is a 7-speed.
Okay.
So you can shift, go up hills, make it harder or easier to pedal. The beauty of the e-bike is it gives you the variance to either use it like a regular bike, use the gears, or
Okay.
not. The choice is yours. So it's also good for, this is why I think this product or these type of products are connecting with people over 55, is you can go farther, and if you're tired, you can use the motor or not use the motor. So it really extends the range, and you don't have to rely on your own physical ability to go farther, you know. So, and you decide. Either use the motor, don't use the motor, totally up to you.
Okay.
And then so I'll show you here. So
Right.
before we get going, how does the handlebars feel? We can
feel
tilt
fine.
them, we can raise them. You like it?
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Okay, cool. The other benefit, if you see her back, she's got a good upright ergonomic position. Her arms are relaxed. So what I'd like to do before I turn the electric on, if you could just go and make a loop and come back so you're comfortable with this.
In the regular bike form?
Yeah, just so you can, let me see what gear you're in actually too. Yeah, say we probably want to get her down to. So we are gearing up for Elizabeth's first ever e-bike ride.
And these are the brakes? Brakes?
Yep.
Brakes.
Okay, so let's spin it around and then I'll kick the motor on for you,
Spin it around.
or whichever way you.
Being left-handed, I wanted to go the other way. I don't want to hit your camera. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
now we're just gonna press this button right here,
Uh-huh.
and now your screen comes on.
Okay.
So you have 5 levels of assistance indicated right here.
Okay.
You can actually drop that to 0, meaning the motor's totally off. So if you
Okay.
want to have the motor off, still see your speed, you can do that. Otherwise, 5 levels. In level 5, you can hit 20 miles an hour with a 250 watt motor, or you can hit 28 miles an hour with a 500 watt motor.
20 miles an hour, I'm going through this parking lot?
No, you're not. You're not. Well, you'd also have to be assisting
Okay.
the bike, or you
All
could
right.
actually you could do the throttle and hit 20. So
Okay.
I'm just going to put you into level 2.
Which is about how many miles an hour?
Well, the miles per hour also is gauged on how fast you pedal. So
Okay.
you're controlling the speed out. It's not going to immediately take you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can just go ahead and ride, and if you want, you can go to the very end
Okay.
and come back, and you're going to feel that motor kick in.
Oh my gosh! Whoa!
There it is, folks. You just witnessed it live, Facebook
Oh my
Live.
goodness!
Her first e-bike ride ever. It's pure joy.
Pedal
That's right, yeah.
My,
She's not going to want to come back.
Your bike.
wow. This is crazy. This is wild. I just feel like there's a ghost pushing me.
It makes it fun, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so turn around.
That was scary. I felt like there was somebody behind me on my back just pushing me.
Okay,
oh my
so
goodness.
now I want you to try it with just the throttle. So you can go ahead and make your same loop. Don't pedal at all. We'll put you in 3 for the throttle. You can control the output. So on and off with the throttle is just like how much power you have. So give it a little bit of a push. The bike will start moving and you can just go. Don't just use, yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh! Woo! Woo!
So yeah, when you hit the brake, it actually will kill the motor too. Yeah. That's true, right, Pete? Yeah.
Even though you're slowing down, the motor's going.
Yeah, if you
Oh my
engage the brake,
goodness.
it cuts the motor completely. So that's a safety feature. So in
This
case
is-
you forget to take your thumb off the throttle or something,
How fun! Oh my goodness.
I couldn't agree more. And how did
Wow.
you, like, do you feel secure, safe? I mean, does it feel okay to you?
It feels okay. I'm just not used to the feeling.
thrust, yeah.
Yes, I think once you get used to it and you know that you're not under your own power and it's operating on its own.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super cool, huh? The other thing I'll say too is Elizabeth had it in, we only had it in level 2 for the pedal assist and level 3 for the throttle. So you can see the exhilaration and the speed she got and how it feels for her without even pushing it to its max limit, which brings up something I talk about in terms of wattage and motor size. You know, I think a lot of people always want more, but I think for certain age ranges or in the type of riding, it's just not necessary. You know, it's almost excessive, and it could be dangerous at some point. So you obviously felt good and the assistance was
Felt
good.
like I was in an amusement park. I did.
Cool. All right, well, if you want to hop off then,
Okay.
and then, whoops, what was your name again? Phil. You've never ridden an e-bike, right?
Oh,
Okay,
get
so now we're
ready.
gonna.
Oh my.
So have you? Last time you rode a bike? Oh,
Oh, it was so.
I'll put this
so
one back. We can get you on a
wild.
different one, or
Oh,
do you want to try this one or a different one?
Thank you.
Well, I have a hybrid. I'll put this one back.
Okay. And have you ridden your bike recently?
Oh, yeah, I rode it last weekend in December.
Okay.
Yeah, two or three times a month.
Okay,
I've
cool.
been riding it, depending on the weather. Depending on the weather.
And then how old are you, Phil?
71.
71.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, whichever one you want to try. I mean, in terms of hybrids, they're all sort of a hybrid in its own way, but this is more of a hybrid.
Yeah.
And so is that one,
That
or Reach
one
Your
there,
Destination.
Yeah.
And then that other black one on the end is kind of a city hybrid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll try this one here.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this,
the only difference, I think, is the handlebars. That's more like my Harley I used to have.
Okay.
The Harley handlebars.
so
Okay.
this is our body ease. How tall are you, Phil?
5'8".
5'8". Okay. So
So this is about a 24 or 26.
so these are all 26. All
26.
of the bikes out here are 26. We make a 24 for women.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and give it a try.
All right.
How does that feel sizing wise?
It's a
Handlebar.
little high.
Okay, we can lower it a
Yeah,
little bit.
Yeah. You need to get off. Yeah. Ooh.
So on this bike, that actually, we call this one our body ease. It has a suspension seat post, so you can see it goes down.
Yeah, I use that.
And then we have the suspension. So the
Cool.
only thing with this is the seat can't go lower than that. So try that.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah.
So if you'd want to be lower, we'd have to switch to a different bike model.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, this is good. Yeah, all right.
Okay, so let's do the same thing. Why don't you just go for a quick loop? We're going to leave the motor off. And then just to make sure you feel comfortable with this frame before we kick in the electricity.
Okay, so I'm in second gear, so, okay.
Ooh, riding a little rough in second.
Oh, boy. Ah.
Actually, yeah, the Every Journey in 24-inch e-bike is going to be coming out, I think, early summer. They are supposed to go into production, and so yes, we will have that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot better gearing in mine. I think I've broken my gearing.
Did you use power on that?
No, no. I just shifted the gears,
And
and it works. Yeah, it's a lot better.
when you shifted, was it okay? Let me give
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
let me give it a ride really quick.
I thought so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's good now. Okay.
I think.
Wondering why you seem so underwhelmed on that bike. The gears weren't open.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So.
So go ahead and hop back on.
Okay. No hopping.
Okay, so we're going to show you here. Here's your power button right here. You just push that.
Push.
Now you're...
Push the.
Don't
this
push
one?
anything, actually.
Okay.
I'm showing you. This is what you would push
Oh,
to turn
the
it on and
one
off.
at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you've got your screen on. You got your 5 levels of pedal assist here. You're in 1. You can always go to 0 if you want, which means the motor's disengaged.
So that's kind of like a gear, right? The 0 to 5 is like a gear. It's where it changes
it's power
the speed.
output.
Oh, it's power. So it's speed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's how much power the motor's going to give you.
Oh, okay.
So in this case, though, this is only related to the pedal assistance. It's not related to the throttle.
Right.
The throttle is just going to be based on how much you engage or disengage the throttle.
Yeah.
So we'll put you in level 2.
Right.
And go ahead and just take it for a spin. You can go to the end of the parking lot. We'll see what you think.
Oh, wow.
No comment.
They want to know about pre-orders for the
Woohoo! Well, it takes off.
We have to follow up. If you want to drop a comment in there, or we'll actually get back to you about the comment. I don't know if Ark is watching, from our customer service team. She could ask our pre-order team about when that's coming.
Wow, it does take off.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't really need to pedal too much.
Well, you can, I mean, if you can also go down to level 1.
Oh, okay.
And then you can, this is pretty flat ground here, so
Yeah.
if you're on steep inclines or things like that,
I see.
you'd want to increase the output.
Yeah. I live in the San Fernando Valley. Everything's pretty flat.
Okay.
Not like up here. It's all it's all mountains.
So if you want to spin around then too, we can get you
okay.
to use the throttle. Here, I'll spin it around for you.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead, give it one more shot. Oh. And just don't pedal at all, or get pedaling a little bit, and then once you're moving, just stop pedaling and use the throttle by your thumb.
Okay. Whee!
Hello to everyone watching. Pamela Collins, Diane Mertsdorf, hello. From San Clemente, California. We can't ship to Canada, but you could ship to the border and bring it across or have another third-party service do it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, fun,
And,
huh?
yeah, you can control it along the curve too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. It's like a motorcycle.
Totally.
The more speed you put on, the better control on the curve.
And you said you used to have a Harley at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fun because it's like you can choose, how to ride it. If you want to be like one day ride as a bike, the next day use the pedal assist, or the next day use the full throttle,
Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to, or who wants to go next for it?
I want to try it.
Okay, so Greg's up next. And so, Greg, where are you from again?
I am from the city of Orange.
Huh? Greg's from the city of Orange. We'll get you the mic here.
There you go.
And last time you rode a bike?
Probably about 3 years ago.
Okay.
I've got a very nice bike sitting in my garage with flat tires right now.
And you've tried an e-bike before? One time?
One time, I went and tested it out.
At a, what was it like? What store was it? Or?
Bike store downtown Orange. I don't even know the name of it, but
Okay.
it's a major bike store.
And was it like a 26-inch like this, or was it a little?
It was probably about this size, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think so. It was fun.
Yeah?
It was fun, yeah.
What made you not jump into owning one?
Honestly, I didn't know how much they were.
Okay.
And so that was a bit of a shock. I think when I bought my bike, just a basic beach cruiser, it was, like $140 or something. So, we were looking at these because, the problem with Orange is that it's not as hilly as this, but it's all on an incline. It's just a really slight one. So we would ride our bikes downtown, and it was great because it felt like it was flat, but it was going downhill. But coming back, always tough.
Yeah.
Always tough. Yeah.
I'm curious, at that bike shop, what was the price of the bike? Do you remember?
Oh, you know what? I think they were like $2,400.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got some options a little bit less. Right now our 250 watts actually, some of we don't have here, we have them right now going for $1,200. And then
That's a good price.
Yeah, and then our highest 500 watts are $19.99. So just under $2,000.
Okay.
The price ranges can go, north of $2,000. And in bike shops, I don't think you'll find much. You probably won't find anything under $2,000 for the e-bikes.
I would imagine
Down
that.
in the valley,
Yeah.
2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah. And up, depending, on the brand name and the motor and stuff like that. But, okay, cool. So I'll let you choose, looking at the lineup.
You know what? I love this bike.
Okay.
I just said I gotta get a picture with this bike.
That is a cool looking bike.
It matches his helmet.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
He said that when you weren't here.
Your Rams colors, by the way.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, well, might as well ride a winning team bike.
Yeah.
That's right. Super Bowl bike.
So how tall are you, Greg?
I am about 5'9".
5'9". Okay. Almost about the same height as me. So this is another Every Journey. If you're just tuning in, the Every Journey is our forward pedaling design. And we're also here with our riders who are all over the age of 60. Greg, how old are you?
I am 64, turning 65 in September.
Okay, cool. So he's 5'9", and the Every Journey has the ability to have the seat lower to the ground because the pedals are shifted forward. So it's actually great for safety because you can get your feet flat on the ground when stopping, but still get ample leg extension when riding. So go ahead and hop on, or not hop on, but get on.
Yeah, don't push it. There.
And how does that feel? Comfort?
That actually feels pretty good.
And you can see his back's upright and the bars come into his body, so it relaxes his elbows. That's another benefit of the Every Journey. Do you want me to make any adjustments or all good?
It feels great to me.
Okay, let me see what speed you're in. So you're in third. So go ahead and just do what we've done before. Take it for a ride and get comfortable, and then once you come back, we'll kick the electricity on.
He said it's
Every Journey.
every journey.
Yeah.
I had a request to see the relaxed body, so keep inflating the tires right now.
Any other questions? Or pretty quiet in the field, the questions field today?
Figure out the
Just enjoying the.
Wish you could ship to Canada, and will we take pre-orders for the 24-inch bike?
Yeah, I was addressing that earlier. So with the pre-orders now, we're only taking pre-orders for bikes that are actually in the shipping process because of all the delays that have occurred. So we can try to figure out when those are going to actually get on the boats to be over here, but I'm not quite sure of that just yet. Feels good?
It really does. This is the one that got the pedals forward.
Yep.
I got to tell you, that's a lot more comfortable. Bike seats always end up killing me after I'm sitting on them for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of puts my body back.
This feels good though.
Yeah, it does.
And so we've never met before this, right? You don't know me. You're just saying that because that's how you feel.
You're my son. Come on, let's face it. I have never met you in my life.
Okay, cool. I just want everyone at home to know that this is his actual opinion. Never been on a 630 before in his life. Okay, so we turn the motor on right here. Now this is a little bit different.
This doesn't have a little screen.
These are we've designed these with a little smaller screen because what we want to try to do is actually make it as inconspicuous as possible.
Makes sense.
So, same concept though. You've got your up and down for the level of assistance.
Okay.
So I'll put you in level 2.
All right.
And just go ahead, make a straight line. You can go all the way to the end, and you're gonna feel as you pedal a little bit that motor's gonna kick in.
Kicks in right away.
After 1 or 2 pedal strokes.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, on the assist, that's what I did. I pedaled twice and boom,
Yeah.
it takes off.
Yeah, that's why it's, you want to be in the lowest when you're sort of in like short range, like parking lots, or just turn it off, mostly, to be honest. It's good for when you hit that like open road, and you can really kick in.
Oh, wow. That's fun. Notice how I'm not going to run any of you over. Wow. Yeah,
So-
you got to get used to the stopping, but that's fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna say, so now you have your throttle. Go ahead and pedal, and if you want, try taking over with the throttle.
Okay.
And then just stop pedaling completely, and you'll feel what that feels like.
All righty.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever used
Woohoo!
brakes, and they're great for just throttling the brakes. You just put a little bit in there, and it's very easy.
Yeah, yeah.
He is having a ball.
No, I want to just follow the brakes.
This guide format is great. You can see average people experience and true joy.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Anne.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is really fun.
You like that?
Cool. All right, so if
Yeah.
you want to hop off.
No, I really don't. I'll take this home.
Okay.
No, that's
We're
fun.
offering a 1-day special.
That is great.
All right, cool. So who's up next?
I got it warmed
Mary.
up for you.
Mary?
No,
Okay.
I can't ride that one. I'll just take a really nice picture with it.
So
It's
Mary,
too high.
Alana, you want to get the mic, or can you pass the mic to Mary?
Yeah.
Sure.
I anoint you.
I'm just gonna park this one right in here.
There you go.
Many
You are
thanks.
queen.
Okay.
You are queen of Cincinnati.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. Okay.
I thought those were your school colors. Looks like Michigan to me. It is Michigan colors. I spent most of my adult years in Michigan. But these are my sorority.
Okay, Mary.
Yes.
So tell it, how tall are you?
5'3".
5'3". And how old are you?
72.
72. And last time you rode your bike?
About 2 years ago, I moved to the mountains, and it's
Okay.
it's up and down, up and down, up and down. When it's not snowing.
Okay.
Okay.
And you've ridden an e-bike, you said, or no?
Once.
Once. You tried it at a store or a friend's, or
Friend's place.
and what were your thoughts?
Fun. Fun. But, I was always worried about the price.
Okay.
So,
We have a lot of price reservation. The one thing I was going to actually address on the price thing is what I think with e-bikes is you have to take a different frame of reference. And I think Jack can attest this probably too, where it's not really a bike. It can be definitely a mode of transportation. So I think when you think about cost, like you're referencing it, $150 beach cruiser, it's really not the right mindset, right? And I think now if you're going to use it and let it sit in the garage, then yes, it's probably, the cost maybe isn't worth it. But if you think you're going to get more out of it because it is electric, then I think it could be worth more. I think, which they cost more from a technology standpoint, but I think the value back to the consumer is actually worth, $2,000, especially like in San Clemente and Jack, I'm sure people use it for everything. And it expands the possibilities to, go 5 to 10 miles. I live up here in San Clemente. I rode 8 miles down to the beach, and when you use the full electric, it's like nothing. I mean, like, you get there and it's like nothing, and I just saved myself the car trip, the gas trip. So if you plan, an e-bike, like a car, is something you could own for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and service it, where a $150 bike, you'll keep it, but you might just buy a new one as opposed to fixing that one. So it's really a different product. It's a bicycle in theory, but it's a different type of bicycle. It's owned differently. It's taken care of differently. And if you keep an e-bike for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to get that value back. So I think that's important when you think about buying it, if you are going to use it.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can you take this e-bike and have like motorcycles have panniers on the side? So like if you want to make a quick trip to the grocery store, you don't want to take a car and you want to do that, do you have that option on an e-bike?
We do. You should bring out some of our accessories. We can show those too. But, so she just asked, can you put panniers and whatnot on an e-bike? The answer is absolutely yes. We have a full range of bags that can be installed, panniers, front bags, rear bags. I mean, there's also so many accessories now. It's interesting. We have our own 630 peddlers group on Facebook. But in addition to that, the Facebook groups are huge. There's huge groups for everything. I don't know if you guys have ever joined them. And the e-bike sector has literally like hundreds of groups now. And I bring this up because there's a lot of like e-bike touring across America or e-bike families.
Oh, wow.
And there's become a huge contingency of people that really like set up their bikes in a way that it becomes their mode of, traveling or getting across America, or in particular bringing it with your RV places, and you set it up so it becomes your day transportation as opposed to towing a car.
Right.
You use your e-bike to get around the cities you go visit and stuff like that. So yes, like hundreds of things. And if you join those groups too, you'll just see the plethora of different ways that people are, configuring their bikes now. And there's also a big group of e-bike people, like other cars and RV things, that do so many custom things. Just buy trailers from this and hook up an attachment to a bike or blah, 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 So the answer is yes. And as the segment grows, there's just more and more people getting into it with accessorization, kind of like, Apple products or phones, right? Like the more they've become, there's more cases, there's more things, ways to accessorize, phone holders, all sorts of stuff.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I have
what's that?
another question.
Okay, sure.
Security.
Okay.
All right, you park your e-bike. Can anybody start it? Do you have to use a chain? Is there something that you can do to lock it as an e-bike so that somebody can't turn on the electric part of it like you do with a computer and a password? How does that work?
So I'll ask Jack. So you have an e-bike.
I do, yeah.
What do you do when you leave do you leave your bike places?
I do, yeah, I do. And I use a huge chain. huge. You can't get bolt cutters.
Do you have it here?
Because, yeah. Do you want me to get it?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then you just hook it up to the whatever is available there, I guess.
Pass it around.
Oh,
Can I take
Sure.
She will. We'll just answer the questions though. It's good too. I'll touch on that too. Jack can show his lock he has. I would say two things. One, with most of our e-bikes, except the ones that have the internal battery, you can take the battery off.
Oh.
So if you really wanted to, bring that battery in with you.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
So this, you can't cut through this.
Yeah.
And it also
Oh,
doubles
that's neat.
doubles as a weapon. So it's great. It'll just hook around. In fact, we have two. We have this one and we have a longer one as well. So
To lock two
typically
bikes,
when
or
we park down at the beach, people steal them all the time. So if you chain it up, nobody's gonna break into it. So this is a Kryptonite.
yeah,
lock, which
Kryptonite is a great reputable
state-of-the-art.
company.
and you're not going to break through this.
The other thing I'll say too, and I don't know if Kryptonite has it. I think they might on that lock. They have actually an insurance policy.
They do.
Yeah, so they'll cover the cost of your bike depending on the level of lock. So how much was that lock? Do you remember?
I know one of them was 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're not cheap, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You don't want your bike stolen. People steal them right and left.
Yep.
So, yeah.
The other thing I'll say too is because I follow a lot of the forums, there's a lot of talk about insurance, and because this is something you can either add it to a homeowner's policy or a renter's policy, You might have to add a rider in there, about how you're using it because it's not in the home. But I've also heard now there's actual insurance policies you can get specific to an e-bike. So that's not necessarily going to prevent it from getting stolen, but it's going to save you the money of it, being lost forever. And the other thing I recommend in general with locks, and Jack said he has two, sometimes I would bring two locks as well. So you do one really long one and you can sort of loop it through the entire bike, and then you get another one to lock components of the bike together. Okay. So you're basically using like a shorter lock like that, maybe a longer cable, and then you're just deterring anyone from even taking a look at it. But
just usually around a lamppost or a fence, something like that.
Jack, you carry it in your saddlebag?
Yeah, my basket. I have the basket on the back of my bike there, and I just put this in there and food, whatever else, put it right in there.
Yeah,
so,
and
I love my e-bike. You were asking, do you like them? And it's the best thing we could have bought. I don't care how much it costs because we use it every day. Yesterday I had an errand to run down and I had to go to the post office and could have ridden my regular bike, my car, or anything, and I got on taking the electric bike.
All right.
It's just a kick. Really fun.
yeah, I think in California too, it's almost a no-brainer because it's 365 days a year where you can have access to it, But yeah, that's great. And the benefit too of these locks is, or I was gonna say, if you have an e-bike, the e-bike will do the work of towing that. I think having that lock on a regular bike could be a little more daunting because that's going to be, that's probably 5 pounds plus, maybe more.
Yeah.
Let me feel it.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, this is probably 8 to 10 pounds actually.
Yeah. It's a weapon.
But again, with the e-bike, yeah, it's, you're not personally gonna feel that as if you kick on the assistance of the motor. So, yeah, that's great. So, great question. So, Mary, you want to give us a shot? Oh, you have
Yeah, sure. Oh, I have a couple of questions.
Okay, let's do it.
First has to do with weight. I can ride my bike to the bus station.
Okay.
Then, how heavy is this thing when I put it on the bus, or if I have to lift it up onto the train? Because the trains will let you have an electric bike on the train. Not a gas anything, but on an electric bike. And I'd love to commute. It's California. We commute. So how light can I make it?
Great question. So we just actually made a video about this, and when you're saying this, I'm already thinking of how could we make a better product conducive to your age range and what you can lift. So on our bikes, the one benefit on a lot of these models is you can take the battery on and off. So you would reduce it by 8 pounds. The battery's 8 pounds. So if you were to bring it on the train, you could take the battery off, either set it aside while you lift the bike in, then bring the battery in after, or on a bus, so to speak. The e-bike, what was the weight on the e-bike? 65 pounds. With the battery? So the e-bike's about 65 pounds. So it's about 57 pounds, right, without the battery. So it is still kind of heavy. Now, the other option is motor sizes and bike sizes. So you can decrease the size of the motor and the size of the battery to decrease the weight. You're just going to limit your range and you're going to limit your speed, but you can go into a smaller range folding bike, which we will have coming out at the end of the year. And those, and I do want to tout 630, but those also exist now, right? So there's smaller e-bikes you can get. What I said though, the difference is you're going to get smaller battery. So it really comes down to why are you using it, where are you using it. If you are going to go on the train, you might want to look for more of a 20-inch smaller bike that weighs a little bit less. Quite honestly though, it's not going to get less than say 40 pounds. And I think that's probably even going pretty low. Because with a motor and a battery, those two things are going to equate to 25-ish pounds no matter what. And then you've got to add in, obviously, the frame of the bike, the handlebars, the seat, everything else. So I'm hard-pressed to believe you can get below 40 with an e-bike of any substance. There are smaller ones, like 250-watt, not to plug Costco, but Costco has like a 250, 350, very miniature, I think it's 16-inch wheels, and it's going to be good for like 2 to 5 miles, maybe 10 miles, but it's not going to be set up super comfortable, and it's like miniature.
Okay. Is it
But
for children or something?
It's not for children, but it's sort of this micro mobility where you're on the train And, you know, exactly that. Maybe you take the train to work, but you have a mile to go,
I see.
and you just can pop that on. Right now, our lineup is more geared for the actual rider who wants to get out and ride long distances, and they want higher top speeds and bigger range. But there's a huge contingency of exactly what Mary's saying, where it's maybe more transportation focused, short, like they call it like last mile transportation. And so go back to your question of the weight. We can try actually, if you want to feel, let's see, like this one.
Let me put the mic on.
So this is one. This one's
Thank
Sorry.
this is actually a great little
That's
demo
great,
here.
thanks.
So, do you know, like, so for the train, you'd have to get it up the stairs, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Which
It's about that big.
okay. So you can try, maybe put your hand here,
Okay.
and then see if you can lift it.
Not very well. I can lift it. It's great exercise.
And then, so let's try this, because this one has the battery in here
Uh-huh.
and the motors. So let's see. Let's give this one a try.
I suppose I could just, you know, put the front wheel up first and then follow with the second.
Roll it, yeah.
And Mary, how old are you again? 71?
Two.
72. Okay, great. So let me try this. Let's take the battery off.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay. So go ahead and grab here and try to lift that. See if it feels any lighter, any different.
Definitely lighter. I could definitely get the front wheel up.
Okay.
Okay.
But see, it's heavier in the back because you have the motor now in the rear wheel.
Yeah.
But yeah, because then once you put this on, so that's what I was saying. You could take this off, and yeah, this is super easy. And this is the benefit of the removable batteries, which I really like. We obviously have the internal one that Elizabeth wrote. I love the design of it. But if you feel that you'd have the need to remove the battery, this is super simple, and you can pop it in and off. So that's what I was saying. If you lock your bike, take it with you, because the batteries. What do we sell our batteries for? $250.
Oh,
And they can go up from there. So this is like one of the major costs of the. Actually, this is probably 65% of the cost of the e-bike. 60%, Pete. Yeah. No, I mean like of the componentry. Yeah. So, or maybe a little. Well, that's cost actually, not retail. But yeah. So, yeah. And then you just pop it back in. Then here are your keys. So, you know, I don't know that thieves. What's that? Yeah. So it's locked, and then you can pop the keys out and take those with you. Now, I'm not saying every thief is going to look and see if there is a battery before they steal it, but some may, and if they see the battery's gone, is it worth their time? Especially with our type of battery, these, this shape and design, you'd have to buy them directly from us.
Okay.
Some batteries, they're somewhat universal, so you could buy a different battery, but again, depends on the brand and the bike. Our battery, you need our battery to fit this setup.
got it.
So you can take it out and then recharge it somewhere else?
Correct, yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying too, is the other benefit is if you wanted to buy an extra battery, keep it in your backpack, and then now you've extended your range to, you know,
Twice as much.
correct, you know, possibly 100 miles with pedal assist, you know.
Wow.
And yeah, some people, there's actually bags for batteries too. Like now already on the market, you can get frame bags to put extra batteries in there. We're going to design a bag back here where you would slide like a pizza delivery.
Okay.
And we'd have a battery slide in up top here kind of thing. So you could have a stacking of batteries. But
Or pizzas.
you have to keep in mind you just add more weight.
Sure.
And
how
that's
do you access the built-in battery if you need to replace it at some point?
so that one can come out the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So it can be done. It's just not as like easy to do it on every ride. Yeah, it would actually slide out through here.
Through the down to.
Can you repeat the questions?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that can be replaced. Just that wouldn't be as easy as an at-home. It could be done at home, not as easy as an at-home replacement as a battery like that, basically. You know, so that's kind of the trade-off between the look and, you know, you're disguising it. Yeah. All right, so let's get Mary on a bike here, and then we can maybe cycle back after questions. So do you want to try this one, or do you like something else? Whatever you...
You know what I really like?
Okay.
I like the tricycle.
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
I love I've always wanted one that was not an e-bike, but one like a big basket in the back, you know, just pedal.
We got you
and
covered.
People would see me, right? You know, they'd have to go out of the way to hit me, right?
Well, it's, you know, actually, one of the most popular topics we talk about is seniors and over 60 and tricycles. And especially with e-tricycles, there's not a ton of companies that do e-tricycles in a affordable price point. So ours, I think right now is $2,200. So it's not much more than the actual standard bikes. This is a 250 watt front hub motor. So the motor's here in the front hub. And let me go ahead and drop the seat down for
Oh, I
you.
see.
And so this one actually has the battery right here.
Okay.
Is it hard to take out?
No, this one's it's easy. We've actually lost the keys. So because of the COVID and the whole supply chain issues, we've been out of stock of the tricycles for a long time. But this is actually, between the Every Journey and this is probably a little more popular. It's our most popular e-bike because it's unique. We have some cool color designs. It has the Every Journey frame setup, so it's the same kind of forward pedaling setup. You know, and that's kind of the 630 moniker, is like we do more like vibrant colors. So a lot of times you see trikes, you're going to see like gender neutral whites, blacks. We try to have a little more fun with it. Silvers, things like that. So this is our navy, which is our most popular. So if you want to go ahead and hop on. But we actually have the electric trikes are coming in right now. They should be available today or tomorrow. And we've been out of stock with them for several months now.
Okay, it's a little high.
So that's
I
as
think
low
over
as it
this
goes.
side.
So
Here
if
we
you
go.
can, there you go.
Okay.
So let me see what gear you're in. You're in second. So if you just want to go ahead and take a spin around the parking lot.
Like a regular normal bike.
Yeah, just like a bike.
Okay. All right.
We should lower the handlebars for her. Oh, don't go down there. Can you get out in the field there and make sure she... Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, slow down. Okay.
It feels like I'm going that way.
It's because it's sloped, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to unslope myself. How's
Okay.
that? Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's...
All right.
Yeah, you gotta lean. There you go.
Okay. I got to lean way over. I got it.
I think what we'll do on the way back is have you go in the back.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Also,
fun.
the trike's a little bit different.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah. Just you gotta pull the handlebar. There you go. Pull the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's very handle directed. There. But when I change the handle, I feel like I've got to change my body weight.
Yeah, you actually have to hold the bars the direction you want to go on the trike.
Cool.
That's my
Okay.
pace.
I see that.
We'll have you go back here when I turn the motor on because you can stop over here and then we'll.
Okay.
But it's flat ground over there, so it'll be a little easier. By the way, Mary's not the first person to deal with the sloped incline on a trike is a little bit more challenging to deal with if you're riding. So
Because it's all the way you're aiming. Everything.
you want to drop the bars a little bit, Pete?
Sure.
I think we'll get these a little lower for you, which
Okay.
may be a little easier. So have you ever ridden a tricycle or no?
Oh, when I was, I don't know, 4,
Okay. And when's the last time you rode a bike, did we say?
about 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Just too many hills.
So you've never actually been on, that was your first time riding a trike as an adult?
Yeah. But I love them. I see these people going by, doesn't matter what their age is, they're great.
Yeah?
Like, look, I can go shopping.
Yeah.
I can do a lot of shopping.
Yeah. How's
So-
that feel? A little better, lower like that?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay. All right, so let's turn around.
Okay. Unslope myself. I want to turn around and not get too close to the slope.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
And then just remember on trikes too, it's helpful to make sure to shift your body weight. I'll get you. Keep going. So you're going. Try to go back here behind the building
All right.
because it's straight back there. And then
Okay.
Pete, can you kind of trail her, just to make sure no one. Okay. I think by foot's better, dude. Okay, stop there. I'm gonna turn the motor on for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the motor's on.
Okay, so you've got, this is a throttle. That's going to just make the bike go if you want to do that. Otherwise, you have these assistance levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put you in 2.
Okay.
Just make sure if you get going, it's too fast, dial it back, hit the brakes. But you're going to feel that kick in once you start pedaling.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll wait for the FedEx truck.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's all
Oh, you don't need to do this. Well, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay.
Pete,
Wait.
stay with her. Pete, stay with
There
her.
we go.
Oh boy. Well, Mary's gone. But I will say the trikes, it's a different type of riding, and if you've ridden a two-wheel bike your whole life, it takes 1 or 2 times out on a tricycle to get a feel for it. We actually have another video on our YouTube channel of another group of over 60 riders riding trikes for the first time.
After this, we had a request for a 5'1" rider on an e-bike and on the relaxed body. And Shakir is 5'1".
Okay.
I
What'd you
see a
think?
Car. I think I'll stop.
What's that?
I like it. I like it.
Thanks, Pete.
Now that I figured it out, yeah,
Cool.
it is cool.
It's different though, huh? The trike, but yeah, it's
Oh yeah. Because and because when I finally learned to trust that when I steer, it will get me away from the slope. I'm fine.
yeah.
Just took a while to go. Oh yeah, you better steer that way. So,
Yeah. Cool. Well, Mary's never been on a trike before. First time on an electric trike, and she loved it.
I love it.
And what did you think of the power and the Did it feel like enough? Did it feel fun? Did it feel fast?
It felt like a little too much, especially when you get close to a curb. I mean, you got to slow down, take your your thumb off the throttle, use the brake a little bit,
Yeah.
just scoot around slowly, and then, put your finger back on the throttle again. It's great.
Cool.
No, I love it.
And I just want to point out too, Mary, we only had it in level 2 for Mary, and you can see for her that feels like enough power. And if she even wanted, you could notch it up 3, 4, 5. So I just want to hear the feedback.
On the straightaway, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Oh, I have one more question.
Oh, sure.
I know that the little electronic devices on the other bikes,
Uh-huh.
they show you how far you've gone
Uh-huh.
and what direction, I guess. Can you put a USB plug on it so I can bring my cell phone with me and not wonder where my
Charge it?
charger is? Yeah.
So actually on this bike, the answer is yes. Do our other batteries have USBs, Pete?
Not the rear mount.
No. This one does though, right here. So actually on the tricycle, there's a USB right here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Huge selling point for me.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. I like that. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
I'll take the mic.
You can post this portion.
Got it? Yes. So here you go, Shakir.
Okay, Alana.
You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man.
I'm gonna get some water.
Okay, so we had a request to see how easy or difficult it is to pedal on an e-bike as someone who's 5'1". We're both 5'1". And also a request to see the relaxed bike. So which one do you
Okay,
want
so
to do
now the
first?
relaxed bike is
Relaxed bike, yeah.
it's not an e-bike. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
this is a standard bike.
this is a standard bike. Okay.
So you want to do this one first? I'll bring it up.
She's gonna bring it up.
You're going to be expending more energy.
I'm going to be, right. Okay, I don't know who wanted this, but you know, when you go get your bike, you need to just call my name out or something, because, you know, you can do an e-bike. Why you want to use it manually?
So this one, we've only adjusted the seat. We pre-adjusted it. We probably could adjust handlebars a little bit. Let's see how.
I think it's
why
going
don't
to
you
be
go?
okay.
Okay, so kickstand up, and then you can take it out.
Is
You
the
know how to-
kickstand up already?
No, I'll do it.
I'm just kidding.
And you know how the brakes work? Right is rear, left is front. So right first, then left.
Right first, then left?
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Okay. Y'all pray.
Good luck.
Okay, so this is the standard relaxed body, but it will be coming in e-bike form end of this year.
I want to just say, if you're just joining us too.
Oh, yep. If you're just joining us, we're testing out bikes and e-bikes with our senior pedalers, over 50 riders, and this is the relaxed body bike. It's a standard bike, so non-electric, and Shakir, who's riding the bike right now, is 5'1". So you can see it's a pretty good fit. I know she likes it because she's able to put her feet
Okay, so
on.
this one
the
feels
ground.
really, really good. It doesn't. You know how sometimes you get on a bike and it stresses your body or something? No, this you can just kind of sit back in it and just kind of, yeah, relax. Okay, so it's a testimony to his name.
All right, should we try the electric bike?
Oh, which one?
It's up to you.
Let's try the trike.
Okay.
How about
Let's try
that?
the trike. And then let's also, are you up for trying a bike as well?
I will.
after?
Okay, you know what? Let's try the yellow. Oh, you got the yellow
You can
bike
do
all
both.
outfitted.
Yeah, I did.
It's so cute. Yeah, let's try that one.
Okay.
But we're going to have to lower the seat, I can tell you.
All right, so this is the Every Journey internal. This one has the battery in the frame, and we've
Isn't it cool?
outfitted it with the matching bag. So we have the rear rack bag here. We also have a pannier in matching colors, so it matches the frame and the accents, and we have the inverse too. And this is the little, what do we call this?
I don't know, but you can put your phone right here.
Yeah. Mini,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a mini pannier. So you can put your phone here, and then this touch screen works through this
Okay.
plastic, and then it has two little pockets,
relaxed body?
and this little handlebar bag with two zipper compartments. And yeah, let's get the
Someone
seat
want to know
lower.
how much the relaxed body weighs, Alana? Tell them we'll break out a scale and we'll do it.
Okay, so someone asked about the relaxed body weight. We're grabbing a scale right now, so we'll weigh it live.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
do you have matching accessories for all the colors?
Do we have matching accessories for every color? We do for the most popular colors. So we have it for the navy, the teal, the black. Am I missing one? Of course, the cream. I feel like I might be missing one color, but for sure those colors have matching accessories.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So has anyone gone over the...
They have, walk me through it. Come on,
Okay.
let's see your
Okay.
spiel.
So, yeah, this one has a step through. So the way you mount it is fine, but also you can step through if you want. And the bike is on now. It has 3 modes. Standard, which is pedal assist off. So it's just a regular bike. You have to pedal, do all the work.
Okay.
Pedal assist. The motor kicks in as you start pedaling.
Okay.
And there are 5 levels. So 1 here is the lowest level. So it gives you a little bit of a boost, but you can go up to 5, which is like you're basically doing no work at all. The bike's doing everything. And then there's the throttle, which you just hit the throttle, the motor does all the work. You can use it as you're pedaling or on its own, up to you. But I think we should start in pedal assist 1 because you already got to warm up on the relaxed body. So start pedaling. After maybe the second downstroke, you'll feel the motor kick in.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
want more power, you can ramp it up here, and then the brakes work the same way.
All
Right,
righty.
left.
Okay.
And don't
Now,
forget to put.
this one feels a little bit higher than the relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the seat does, but it still feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is the preferred model for shorter riders. This is my favorite to ride.
Okay. All right, here we go. Woo! Pray.
There she goes. Do we have saddlebags that come down? Yes, panniers. So let me show one of the panniers that we have. This is the. Here, I'll show the camera in a second.
That was nice. That
Did you
was
like
very,
it?
very, very nice.
Did you adjust the pedal assist, or did you keep it in one?
No, I just kept it in one. One was actually fast enough for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I would want to be going much faster than that.
And I think that's something that Dustin mentions in a lot of his videos. This is a 250 watt. We also have a 500 watt e-bike, but I think for most people the 250 is enough. And
Okay.
same with, I usually keep it in one because I like to feel like I'm doing a little bit of the work.
Just a little bit of the
Yeah.
work. Okay, yeah. But yeah, this was really nice. This was wonderful.
And you didn't feel like it was too big, or how'd you?
Oh no, Like I say, it feels much like the relaxed one. I think I might would want the seat to come forward just a little bit, but other than that, it was perfect.
Oh, we can tilt the seat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's something that
yeah.
can be adjusted.
Yep. So it was a good fit.
Great,
Yeah.
awesome.
So,
And we just weighed the relaxed body. It's 38 pounds.
Okay,
Oh.
so the relaxed body
You wanna
is
show the scale?
38 pounds.
Live was a
There's
live
the
weight.
scale for proof. Stick around after the live. We're gonna all weigh
and so
ourselves.
that's without a motor, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then we had a question about the panniers, so let me bring out one of these bikes. I'll just park this here. So this is the navy and teal pannier. It has these snaps to attach to the rack, and
Okay.
it expands. Each pocket expands. It has the outer zipper, so you can fit a lot if you want to go grocery shopping or something.
Okay.
And then when you take it off, you can carry it around. Handy. And then we have this to match the navy, the teal, the cream, and the black bikes.
Okay.
So Jack's our last rider.
All right.
Yeah, because he's a pro.
He's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro.
I'm
Right,
paired
no
up with the
pressure,
pro.
but you know.
Watch me run into the
Maybe we should put him on the tricycle and see how he handles it.
Oh, yeah. That's a
A
challenge.
real challenge.
I think so, because it will feel different.
Well, no, we'll let him try one of
Okay.
ours. See what he
Yeah.
does. The normal one.
Go, Jack.
Let's-
Go, Jack.
Let's switch off the mic.
Come here, Jack.
This one caught my
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The every journey.
Here
I
you
want
go.
to try this.
Fine, Jack.
Yeah.
Put it back.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
Back after a quick
I'll
water
give it to
break.
you.
We are loving the colors.
I know. I know. It's
So Jack's our rider that he owns his own e-bike. I see the brand, but we don't mention that on 630.
There's no brand
lives.
on it.
So he's an experienced San Clemente rider, uses it for sometimes almost daily. Do you use it?
Oh, probably 2 or 3 times a week.
2 or 3 times a week?
Love going
So-
down the trail.
You can just leave that like that. It's fine.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
it's already on. And where's your throttle?
Throttle's
It's on that
there,
side,
and then
okay.
let's get it all turned on for you.
Oh yeah, that would help.
Now, do you know how many watts your e-bike is?
500.
Okay, so it's going to be the frame setup's actually going to be very similar, other than we have a little different handlebar. It looks like. And then, do you want the handlebars up a little bit? 'Cause
It's fine.
how tall are you?
6'1".
6'1".
Yeah.
And how old are you, Jack?
73.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
No, I'm saying you're great, in great shape. That feels good to you, the height of the handlebars, though?
yeah, it's actually good.
Okay.
It's like my.
Have at it
give it
then.
a shot.
Wow. Jack's going for it. Kids are screaming, I hear. They're yelling at Jack. Just kidding.
This is great. I'm going to keep riding this for a couple hours.
He's got fatter tires. What? Oh, it looks, I think I know the, yeah.
What I like, it's really responsive.
How do you like those handlebars? Because I'm looking at your bike. Handlebars are a little bit different.
This is more comfortable.
You like them better?
Yeah, I do. I do like them better. Maybe it's just the way it's set up, but it's very comfortable.
That's cool. I'm
And,
glad to hear that.
Yeah, it's lighter, so it's easier to maneuver too.
Yeah.
I love it. This
Yeah,
is
the
nice.
frame on the Every Journeys, and actually all of our e-bikes that are here, except for the around the block, are all aluminum frame. So they're going to be, light other than the electrical aspects, right? Like the battery and the motor. So
And this was set on 3, so it goes up to 5.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Do you want to try it on 5?
Let me try it.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
Stand back.
Okay, we will. Yeah. So he went up to level 5.
Oh, this is
Um,
this is fun. I like
Not
this.
necessarily pedaling more, but you'd want the bike to be in a higher gear, so you can get, because the motor's going to move the pedals more. So, but if you're in a lower gear, you're going to be pedaling too fast, where the motor would be doing all the work. So if you put the bike into 7 and you put into pedal assist 5, that's when you can really start to go fast, like 25, 26, 27 miles an hour. But you need it to be harder to pedal with the more assistance, so you're not, the motor's not out pedaling you, so to speak,
And you don't want to necessarily start in 5
Right.
because
Yeah, it's harder.
my
or
wife
too
did
fast,
that
yeah.
first time she'd gotten on one and crashed right into trash cans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because somebody had it set for 5.
Got it.
She'd never ridden one before. And
Yeah.
hit the throttle and boom. Yeah. So
Well-
you always start off like 2 or 3
Yeah.
and just ease into it. But, you'll have it figured out in half an hour. Yeah.
I think that's interesting. That's why, with everyone here, I started you guys in 2 or 3, and most of you felt like that was a pretty decent amount of power.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's
Can you change the power while you're riding, or do you need to?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah. So you can do whatever you see fit. If you're, as you go up a hill, you can put it into 5 because you're going to want that more power when you get down a hill. The other thing about that with changing the assistance levels is you want to try to, if you don't need the motor, you want to preserve the battery, right? So when I ride, if I'm on flat ground, I try to use as little pedal assist as possible based on what's comfortable for me in the moment. If I'm tired, sure, I'll crank it up. But I try to use or save that juice, so to speak, for the hills and things like that. So you're strategic in how you use your assistance levels, which will translate to preserving the battery, which is same for an electric car, if anyone has an electric car. But, if you really want to get the most range out of a battery, you can not accelerate on uphills as hard. You kind of see that red line and the little barometer on how much energy you're using. E-bikes are, no different, really. So, and that kind of goes back to the range question. How much range do you get? This is a question we get a lot about e-bikes. The range, I really think the number one factor with range of e-bikes now is rider weight, which is actually overall weight. Overall weight that bike is towing or it has on there. is going to affect how hard the motor needs to work and how much battery juice it needs. So we say with our bikes, the 500 watt pedal assist, you're going to get 30 to 50 miles, and the throttle, you're going to get about 10 to 25 miles. Could be more, could be less. It really depends on where you're riding, how you're riding, the rider weight. The other thing I've noticed too is I tow my kids in a trailer, and it's a lot more work on that motor when the weight is behind the bike versus on top of the bike because you're towing. So you know, it's a huge variation, and quite honestly, there's no exact number. Any e-bike company that says there's an exact number you're going to get out of a charge, it's a complete lie. It really is true, because it's totally terrain dependent. And for anyone that has an electric car too, it's the same. They put an exact number on your car. I've had 3 electric cars now, and if I go on the 73 freeway, we've all been on it, it's very hilly, and that number will drop. I might go 2 miles, and that number might drop 10 miles, even though it said it was, you know, it wouldn't drain that much juice. So same is true for e-bikes, you know, but you'll get used to it. I'm sure Jack has too. You'll learn your range, and you'll sort of intuitively know, I get this much out of this much. If I do this, I can save this much. And then the other option is for $250, you carry an extra battery, which I know a lot of people that do that, because now you've just expanded, you know, your rides so much more, where you can go, what you can do, and it's a lot of fun.
I have a friend that does that. He regularly goes on 60-mile bike rides.
Yeah?
Yeah. It works great.
How old's your friend? About the same age as you?
No, I don't think anybody's as old as me. He's 60.
Okay, 60, but yeah, he's doing 60 miles on his e-bike, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what's really cool. I mean, especially here in California, we have all the coastline, you know. I mean, up north is obviously better, like Redondo. You could take the Strand all the way to Santa Monica, you know. So, all right, so we're past 1, right? Do we want to, are there any other questions, or do we want to call it a day? Good. All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming and watching our over 60 riders. 2 people experience e-bikes for the first time. 1 rider experienced an electric tricycle for the first time, and our other riders just get deeper knowledge and experience with the e-bikes. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed the ride. So, if price wasn't an issue, would you get an e-bike today?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So don't let price be the inhibitor, because it could unlock the serious journey. And brings me to my next point. Download our app. We've got our people pedaling tracker now. We're trying to ride 150,000 miles this year. So we want everybody to download the app. Any miles that you log in our app will be counted in there. And for every 25,000 miles ridden, we're giving away bikes to different people to help get them people pedaling. That's our mission here. So we'd love to have you be a part of it. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.